So you know how you plan your retirement out. At this age you're going to do this, and then and you will have had this many years to plan and prepare for retirement. And this is what retirement looks like. Well, that didn't happen with us. Ken was forced into retirement by disability. He was injured on the job, and it took 20 years off of his work plan. He had to retire early. And when you force somebody to retire early that normally works 50, 60, 70 hours a week, and then all of a sudden you tell them you're done, it really causes havoc on the mind and the heart and the spirit, because all of a sudden he had to be somebody completely different than who he was. He doesn't like this conversation, but I told him it was important to share. So, can we just talk about what it was like moving from everyone calls Ken, everyone needs Ken, Ken, can you come fix this, move this, build this, to he he can't anymore. What?
Well, I I was a maintenance person, and heating and air. I done all kind of stuff, appliance work. Um, but with the heating and air, I would have to crawl a lot or go up into the attics and be in tight spots a lot, and it just really hurt me.
Carry units, up steps.
Yeah, I mean, appliances upstairs, three,
Mm-hmm.
four flights of stairs by myself, doing all kind of physical labor,
Mm-hmm.
um, along with being a technician too. But there was nobody else there to help me, so I done what I had to do to keep
Mm-hmm.
my job. And
Mm-hmm.
uh,
You also
during
have.
those years, though, my back started hurting me early in my life. Though in my 30s, I started hurting in my back, and I would have good days and bad days. Let's just make that clear. Uh, I would have good days, and I would have bad days back then. I remember there was a few days I couldn't hardly even walk because I had bulging disc. Um, so, um, but I fought through it. I fought through it for quite a while. So, yeah,
You not only had a held down a job, but you also worked for yourself.
yeah.
You was a contractor, and so if people needed their bathrooms completely redone, you did it. If
Hmm.
they needed walls built, they needed walls torn down. If they needed ramps built, you did it. That's what you did, and you had to go from doing all that to to being at home dad full time, and that was hard.
Yeah, it's still hard to get used to. Right now, I mean, I had friends that I would go fishing with and stuff like that, but just getting in a boat and trying to maneuver myself in a boat was really hard. I didn't go much. My friend did buy a pontoon boat, and that was a lot easier because it's flat. But
Mm-hmm.
just sitting down or moving or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that. There were certain things I could do as long as I did it.
Move slow.
Yeah, I had to move slow and do it without, you know,
You had to do it strategically.
right.
Yeah.
And so I did, and it was okay. But it was just really hard to well,
Transition.
transition from being able to work all the time without and provide, and then all of a sudden my income is limited um, to what my ability was, and getting through the whole process of being disabled and going through all the process of that was really hard, but we made
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I mean, that's, you just said a key word. You were our provider. You brought the money in, and I was at home mom and homeschooled our 4 kids then. And he had to go from being the provider to not.
A dependent.
Yeah.
So that was really really hard emotionally for me. Um, so
It chipped away at your confidence.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah. Because he was very proud of how he provided. And
I had a really good work ethic too.
yes, yes. And and you left out the part where you also hiked. You hiked. You went
All backpacking and
and went
hiking, and
went into the mountains and for days. And he hasn't since. He's done a little bit of going up to the mountains, and but no backpacking. He couldn't carry the backpack. He just couldn't do the climbs. Um, but you had to change your view on life, though. I mean, once it took a while because he had to, what you call, grieve over what he was, what he lost. He lost the independence of answering, calls of friends and family and strangers saying, "Hey, I need this," and he would just immediately go to, "I'll try to find somebody that can help you," and you not be able to. He also transferred or transitioned into over the phone instruction. Like he would tell people how to fix things. That's different because you don't get paid for that. But he did that because in his nature is helping people. In his nature is serving, and he had to find how he could continue doing that without physically hurting himself and making things worse.
I guess the biggest thing was you know how you have to move your body to do things, certain things, whenever you're working, um, and what that caused a lot of pain in my back and my legs, and I've been going to a back doctor for 30 years. It seems like for some reason or another, uh, and just trying to deal with it while I was working was really hard. I finally just this past I had neck surgery, and then I had lower back surgery. I've had feet surgeries and everything since then, and it's just really been hard. Um, but everything's getting better. I think I'm just gonna, you know, deal with life.
Face it, and
Yeah,
and change your way of thinking. Like by you being an at-home dad full time,
yeah.
you are here doing the most important job that anyone can do, and that is taking care of our girls, making sure appointments are met, making sure their meds are on track, making sure they are cared for. Make just like it is like my girls, our girls, well, my girls, they're a full time job. They are a full time job on top of having caregivers come in. Like you can't just let these things go by. So you do that, and you keep our house running and functioning, and you have your limits, but the important things are being met and taken care of. And I know the world looks at parents staying home, particularly moms, at home moms, as doing nothing. And that job is so important. I I enjoyed being home with my kids. I enjoyed homeschooling them. I enjoyed being in part of every aspect of their life, and just all of it. It is so important. And you know, I'm not saying that his view before he did this was that, but I'm saying that he felt very proud to be able to financially provide for his family, and for us to be able to afford a home and the vehicles that we needed, and and the getaways that we took, all of that. He was able to provide for all that, and to suddenly he wasn't. And but I think you're okay. I think he's okay. It has taken a while. It's taken a while. Um, but it did chip out his confidence, and it did uh, take away something that he was very proud of. But I'm praying that it was replaced by something that you should be very proud of, and that is taking care of our home and our daughters. And back then, our kids were still here, and he did it all. And I had to venture out into the workplace, and um, and we made it work. So anyway, we just wanted to share a little bit about going from working up to literally up to 70 hours a week to um, being at home full time suddenly, and how that affected us. And I hope it helped you a little bit, or just kind of shed some light on our family. And we have more to share. But if you like this video, if you would, please hit the like button. And if you would, uh, subscribe to our channel. And we have more to show, more to tell. And we'll see you next time. Now hit that button.